Happy Tuesday, co-creators, and welcome to another edition of Teena's Sessions, 365 inspirational quotes with your life coach, me, Teena Jones. How is everyone doing on this happy Tuesday? I went and picked up my glasses today because I'm now not in denial that I need them. And when I put them on for the first time, it felt as though Windex was sprayed on my eyeballs because I can see clearly now. Oh my goodness, the signs. I can read clearly the street signs. Whoo, my goodness. I'm still getting acclimated to them. So one day on Teena Sessions, you're going to see me with my specs on. But for now, it's just regular me, blind me. But I can see you pretty good. All right, if you're new, welcome aboard. Thank you so much for joining us. I encourage each and every one of you to go back through session 1, 2, 3, 4, and that way you can kind of know where we are right now. Whenever I make references to previous sessions, you may not have seen those sessions. So I encourage you to do that. Of course, all my loyal viewers, you know how much I love, adore, and appreciate each and every one of you. Hello, let's get busy. Are you guys ready for Tuesday's life quote? Now, this quote is so loaded that I took notes. I had to take down notes because there's so many things I want to say. And as a matter of fact, just for time's sake, we may break this thing down into 2 parts. Okay, so it'll be part 1 today, part 2 tomorrow. We'll see. Hopefully I can get everything in. All right, so without further ado, let's get this party started. Today's quote is by Iyanla Vanzant, and it reads, "Your self-worth shouldn't be measured by your net worth." Ooh. Let me say that again. Your self-worth shouldn't be measured by your net worth. When you think of success, tell me the first thing come to your mind. Is it based upon salary? Is it based upon the corner office in a high-rise building, power and perks, vacation? I mean, what is your idea of success? Oftentimes, traditionally, those are the measurements or the yardsticks in which we measure success. But this quote I love so much because when it says your self-worth, let's think about this for a moment. We can talk about a lot of things in this society. We can talk about sex, our marriage, kids, but when people start talking about their money, nobody wants you to know how much money they make. And if they, in their mind, make a lot of money, then they may try to let you know in certain so many ways, with maybe what they drive or where they live and that sort of thing there. But this is the problem that we're beginning to have. Whenever you allow your self-worth, so you make a certain amount of money, and because you make that amount of money, you feel less than. No, ma'am. No, sir. You've got to put that out. We've got to put that to sleep right now, today. I've got 7 different little steps that's going to help you unleash and eliminate that type of mindset. Self-worth is your value. Okay. If you have a certain amount of self-worth, then your money is going to be a reflection of how you feel about yourself. But if I try to bring up my net worth without having any self-worth, it's never going to work. So say, for instance, I feel pretty low about myself. I have a lot of hang-ups ever since, may have been young. I have a lot of hang-ups. So I think if I, earn a lot of money, and a lot of money is really privy to who you talk to. Some people think $100,000 a year is a lot of money. Some people think $200,000 a year. Some people think $1 million a year. So it's really relative to who you ask. But in your own mind, you make, let's just say, $500,000 a year. Okay. But you still have that mentality of low self-esteem. You still feel less than. I knew someone like that made $500,000 per year and lived paycheck to paycheck. Checks would bounce all across Dallas. I used to be his coach. And when he wrote me a check, guess what it did? It would bounce every single time. And I'm talking about a $300 check. Hold on just one moment. I need some water. Thank you. I'm talking about a $300 check, people. $300. You make $50,000 a month. And my $300 check bounced. What is that? That's called your self-worth has not matched up. So he's sabotaging every chance he gets. That example right there taught me a very valuable lesson. And that is to get your internal wealth up. And the outer wealth will take care of itself. So what are the benefits of getting your internal self-worth value up first? Well, you have power. My success or my security is not based up on something that can flee. People that get their worth by what they have or what kind of money they make are shallow people. Because what's going to happen when you lose your job? Because it can happen. What's going to happen when your company falls? It can happen. It happens every day. What's going to happen when you lose that title? It happens every day. That means when you lose that title, you lose you. That's dangerous. That's scary. That's why people resort to doing unimaginable things when they lose money. But when you get your internal wealth up, it's like, I'm successful first on the inside. So money can come and go because money is currency. You know, that's another name for currency. And currency is energy. It flows. It circulates. That's what money's supposed to do. But if your worth and self-esteem and self-worth is tied up in that thing, oh my God, no wonder people are popping pills and doing drugs. Your house is built on quicksand. You can't have your house built on quicksand. You know, you've got to build your house on something a lot more solid than your job, a lot more solid than your income. You've got to know that you have value because God created you. That's the first thing. You have value because you have purpose. That's the second thing. You are a soul with a body and not a body with a soul. Okay? And so when you recognize who you are, your true power, where it resides, that God, it lives and breathes inside of you, that is your true power, then you're secured in no matter what your bank account looks like, no matter what life brings you, because you know who you are and you live from that. That's an authentic, real person. And I can tell the difference right away. When I was younger, in my 20s, oh my goodness, I had what people thought would be considered success. You know, had a fat bank account. You know, as a matter of fact, I remember the teller, me and my husband at the time, go to the bank and we get the money out, get a cashier's check. And she looks at our bank account and go, you know, and she started treating us differently right away when we were 24 years old. And I noticed, I'm like, oh my God, that change happened right away, you know. And right then I knew at that time I was just starting to learn spiritual tools. And I wasn't where I am now, but I wasn't what I used to be before that. And so that's my message to you, is that love your life. Don't let whatever it is your bank account reads to make up who you are or make you feel different than who you are. First, you got to identify who you are. That's the first thing. And once you know that, everything else has no choice but to reflect that, because money is a mirror to what's inside of you. So we've got to get the inside right. Okay, that's the first thing we've got to do. So I've got a little assignment for you. If you want to shift your ideas about money, this is going to woo you a little bit. You're going to be kind of surprised. I do not want you to go to work to make money anymore. Instead, I want you to go to money to spread joy, give love. You might be scratching your head like, what? No, I go to work to make money. No, I want you to shift that. Let me tell you why. When you realize that you go to work to give, okay, follow me very closely. If you have the old mentality where I'm going to work to get, you have a get mentality. You don't have the circulation mindset. You don't have the abundant mindset. Okay. Oftentimes in your mind, you think, well, once I make this kind of money, then I would freely give. I would give to charities and I would give to people that are less fortunate. But you've got to create the vibration now So if you don't have the money, but you have the spirit of giving, you see, that same spirit of a wealthy person you can have right now. You don't have to wait until you have a fat bank account to have that spirit. Spread joy. Give a great attitude when you come to work. Change that thing and watch your money change. I just want you to try it. Try it for 30 days. That, okay, you know what? I'm here to spread joy. I'm here to love and serve. That is my job. I want you to do that. Commit to 30 days to doing that and watch a shift. Not only, of course, happen on the outside, but first internally. That's the first thing I want you to begin to do. Because if you want to attract wealth and abundance, you've got to be in that same atmosphere. You got to be in that same realm, if you will. And right now, you might not have the resources to just freely give, but you do have something to give. And that is your talent as compassion to people and understanding and joy. What's wrong with being kind and coming to work in a great mood, And once you do that, your dollars are going to change. Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps right now. I want you to start going to work to spread joy. That is what your job is, period. That's what I want you to start doing for 30 days and watch what will happen. Okay, so let me get down to the steps. Let me get down to step number 1. Make peace with your financial past. Whatever way you used to do with money, whether you was bad with money or you were like my previous client, wrote bad checks, you've got to make peace with that. You cannot continue to beat yourself up about the mistakes you've made, about the debt you may have accumulated. Maybe you spent too much money at Christmas or whatever the case may be. You've got to let that go. You got to let it go. Because if you don't, you're going to repeat that same behavior. You've got to forgive yourself. You've got to let that past go. Remember in the notebooks that we talked about creating the new you? Well, you can't have the new you and the old you at the same time. You got to be willing to let the old you go. Letting the old you go means I'm not going to beat myself up about the decisions I've made in my past, about the financial decisions that I've made. You've got to forgive yourself. Period. That's the first thing. We're doing good with time. The second is visualize the flow. Remember, in the book, you write down what you want, but you got to visualize it. You got to activate your third eye. You've got to use your imagination. Okay. Third, set your intention. What do you want this money for? Set the intention. What is it you want it for? Don't be embarrassed or ashamed. I've met a few people that are afraid to pray and ask for what they want. Are you crazy? Oh my God, it's just stuff. God doesn't know the difference between a penny and $1 billion. It's all creation to him. It's just stuff. We put value and importance on stuff. Oh, well, that's a Bentley or that's a Toyota. It's all stuff to God. It's all creation. Okay. So you got to come out of that mindset. You got to come out of that. Okay. The fourth one is pray your bills. Now pay your bills, but pray your bills. Get all your bills together. Set them in your lap, set them on the table, put your hand on them. And you thank God that you have this electric bill, or you wouldn't have heat in your house. You wouldn't have lights on. Thank God for your gas bill, or you wouldn't have hot water to bathe with. Okay? Thank God. Start praying over your bills and thank God for them. People hate their bills. They go to the mailbox hating them. But look at what they bring. Remember, we're trying to change your vibration here. We want you to be a money magnet. We don't want you to be a worry magnet. We don't want you to be a stress magnet. We want you to be a money magnet. So I'm giving you these tools and techniques so you to start applying them right now today. All right. The fifth one is be conscious of your judgments. Going back again, number 2, you can't judge yourself harshly. You've got to let that go. You can't judge other people who have money. Sometimes we can judge people and we mask it as self-righteousness. We think, oh, I'm so, no, what it is, you're blocking yourself. Whenever you condemn somebody for having whatever that they have, whether it's a Ferrari, they live in a 20,000 square foot home, and the first thing your mind is to do is, I wonder how they get that money. They probably did something illegal. All them kind of judgments. Only thing that's doing is blocking your blessings. Cut that out because you don't have no idea how someone got their money. And you trying to begrudge another person is blocking you from ever getting it. So don't do that. Whenever you see someone with something that you think is good or beautiful, comment on it. Oh, that's nice. And be done with it. Only thing that shows is what's going on inside of you subconsciously. That's it. You're telling it on yourself. But you need to heal that thing. All right. And then number 6, bless your money. Whatever income you have, whatever net worth you have, I want you to love it. I don't want you to push it. Oh, I wish I made more money. No, thank God for your income. That's what I want you to start doing. When that check hits your bank account and you look at it, thank you, God, for my income. Thank you, God, for this check. Thank you, God. You've got to get into the vibration of appreciation if you want more to come. So bless your money. All right. And then we have 7 and 8. Receive graciously with open arms. Listen, I know a lot of you out there say, well, I just like giving. Giving is so much better than receiving. Remember, money is circulation. It gives, but you can give it, but you got to be open to receiving. When somebody want to give, take you out to lunch, take you out to dinner, don't say, well, no, That is the universe blessing you. Don't ever do that. When someone offers you a gift, take it. Open your arms and receive. If you want to be a part of that circulation of the currency, you can give, but you got to be open to receive. You got to remember that. Every time you make a deposit in, you got to make a withdrawal. Every time you give, you got to be ready to receive. And finally, share the wealth. Share the wealth. Whatever talent you have, share it. I'm not speaking of share the wealth as far as money, but if you have that and you feel motivated to do it, then do that. But share the wealth. Share your talents with people. Let them know what you're all about. Spread joy. That's one thing. That's one form of wealth. And that's why I want you to start working for it. That's why I want, when you go to work for that. I'm going to work so that I can inject positive in my workplace. That's what I want you to be all about. Okay, I know this was long. I've got a lot more, but I'm going to cut it off right now. We'll probably do it tomorrow. We're going to do part 2 tomorrow. But I love this quote. I'm going to give it to you once again, and then we're going to do the affirmation, and we're going to close this thing out. Your self-worth shouldn't be measured by your net worth. And the affirmation is, wealth comes to me easily and effortlessly. Oh my goodness, that was good. It went a little long, but thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed today's session. I enjoyed giving it to you. Thank you so much. We're at day number 17. See you tomorrow. Love you all. Bye-bye.